Hi, I'm Tim Miller from Millburg Farms. I operate a certified organic vegetable farm for the past 25 years in Kyle, and I've never pumped any water from the aquifer for my vegetable and fruit production. I'm going to talk today about soil organic matter and the value that plays into your soil. Central Texas, a large area representing hill country soil, blackland prairie country, and also the sand area off towards Bastrop. The value of the organic matter is very important. I personally use a lot of wood chips at my farm, and what I have found by increasing the organic matter has led me into the direction of low water usage for my utilization of vegetable growing. It's critical for you as a gardener nowadays to know how much water you're using in your vegetable garden. How many gallons of water does it take to grow a tomato, a pepper, an eggplant? Those can be found out with meticulous records. In my case, I've been doing that for years, and with a certain amount of tomatoes, I can figure out how much water I need to save for my production purposes based on how much rain we might get here in Central Texas. With small quantities of rain, we're not having as much rainwater, so you got to be the utilization needs to be very important. So the organic matter that you put in, you have biological activity that goes on when you put in sifted compost or alfalfa. All right, what also happens is the nutrient reservoir that's in this compost that is released through as nutrients, some very quickly, other long-range usage. Fourth is the retention of those nutrients as well by adding organic matter into your soil. Don't ever think of your garden every year is starting from zero for the nutrient reservoir. Every time you're adding organic matter, you're building up the nutrients, and every time you're adding some fertilizer, you're adding more and more. So over the course of years, your nutrients are going to be increasing. Now, adding organic matter into your soil is going to increase that aggregate formation. It's going to increase the soil holding capability. So in my case, when I water, I like to use milk jugs and watering cans for my tomato plants. When I first put out a young transplant, they're being watered once a day with a pint of water for 3 days. And that goes with peppers, eggplants, tomatoes, and Swiss chard. All right, I'm going to talk a little bit about figs since we have a lot of fig trees growing in our area. I cut out a half moon on your plastic pot. All right, come in with a knife. This limb would still be attached to your tree. Scratch it on the base of the tree so that you really expose the cambium layer. And then this pot would be filled up with soil and lay the rock so it firm footing onto the soil, and keep this soil moist in this pot for the next month, and you'll start seeing brand new growth coming up. And then at that point, then you would sever your limb with your snippers. For Backyard Basics, I'm Tim Miller.